Hello, welcome to my channel today. I have made two of these pin holders, and this one is with the technique of kind of, I guess, the blob technique. I don't know, I've been seeing it, but I haven't heard them call it anything. This one was a dirty pour. I'm practicing to make myself a bathroom soap dispenser, and so I really am glad I've been practicing because some things have gone wrong. And I would have been sad if I'd have wasted a soap dispenser, because that will only be for what it is. These I can put all kinds of different places in the house. I can hand them out to other people. The blue one I made for my granddaughter. She requested those colors. So I've mixed up, hopefully, 9 ounces. This takes about 6.5. And then I have, I'm not sure what I'll have left to do with, but I have these. So I'm really excited about these. And I think I got them on Etsy. But if someone actually asked me about it, I would go look and find out for sure. But I'm pretty sure it was Etsy. I was just trying to look for some something that I was looking for something specific. And so it worked out when I went over there and found what I was looking for. These I'm going to make magnets out of. These I'm going to, I don't know. I might try to figure out making a base for them, like a little smaller version of a coaster, and then I could set it down inside there. So I don't know. I'm going to figure it out, though. It'll work out. So I have something new here. 2 new things. I'm so excited. I have my new alcohol sprayer from my friend Emily at 423 Resin Art. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I'm so excited. And then I went ahead and got myself a heat mat. And here's why. I've been trying to not spend any more money than I've already spent. It all starts to really add up. And it kind of, when I'm not intending on running a business, I'm not intending on making a profit, I'm not intending on charging for anything, it's difficult to justify the cost. But my room is so cold down here. My products, the Let's Resin 2-part 1-to-1 epoxy, is not curing overnight, and that's just a struggle. So I figure I would get this, and I will work from there and see how it goes. It wasn't that expensive, thank goodness, and it worked out to where I could get it. So anyways, let's get to it. I have a plan. I'm going to try to do this one up. My husband got me I don't know if there's a brand on here, but it is not a brand you guys most likely are used to. I don't know. I don't even see a brand. But it is epoxy resin, and it's for epoxy resin, UV resin, colorant. That one appears to be open. I don't know. I just moved over into this different area of the room. We kind of configured it, and I was really excited. I'm going to try to make a gray out of black and white. And if I don't like it, I'm going to just put mica powder in it. But I moved over to this new area, and so it's all nice and clean and tidy. And so I'm just going to try my hardest to keep it this way. Although I know, I've watched the videos, I know how it works. No matter how hard we try, resin will not let us stay tidy. It's definitely a messy craft. Okay, so I don't know how much of that I need, but I'll probably need it lighter than I will darker, most likely. So I'll just keep that one there. Okay, so now I'm going to pour. And I'm not going to do a ton because I am going to try to, like I said, glob this. And if you don't know what that means, then stay and watch, because we're going to do it together. It looks like I'm going to definitely need more purple. Okay, please don't drip. So let's see what we end up with. Never know until you stir, huh? Now I can say right off the bat, that's not the purple I'm looking for. I'm looking for an eggplant or a dusty or a deep dark. So I'm going to try to do some things to add to that. But for right now, I'm going to move over to the gray. Let that maybe get itself less bubbly. See, now that's going to, well, I was wrong. I thought it would be a really dark gray, but it is a light gray, but it is a gray. You see that? So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to add black to both of them. So I'm going to try to get this a little bit deeper, a little bit richer, and get this a little bit deeper and richer, and see. So this would be what you do when you don't have the color that you exactly want. Yes, that is going to be so much better. You might not be able to tell there, but it's going to be what I want it to be. Now, whether it stays that way in the piece and after the pour, that's a completely different story. But I'll just be happy to know that I got started on the right foot. And that, again, that is a really good gray right there. Okay. Alrighty, so what I did was I added a little bit more white. I added the gold flakes, and I added a purple shimmer glitter. Nothing fancy, not from any company that you know. In fact, it's just in a baggie in my room. But I think that'll be cool because it has the kind of a purple flecks in it. So we'll see. We will see. I'm worried this might not be enough, so I'm going to double up on that. But I need 6.5 ounces. So 1, 2, 3 ounces. If I put 3 in there, this calculation should work. If it doesn't, we learn and we pour into something else. But I need to have it to be a clear base to do the technique. And then I want a little bit more of that, but I think it'll be too much if I'll overpower all this. Okay. And I don't have to put all these in there. So if I wanted to do a little bit more clear, I could. So let's think about this. How about if I just start and I can always do some more to it, right? But we blob in. Do you see that? I'll hold it up. I'm going to put all but what doesn't come out on its own. There we go. I'm not going to scrape it. I'll save that for something else. And then over here, I'm going to blob the gray. I'm not going to scrape it because I can always use these in something else. Then I'm going to, in the center there, or on both sides. That's what I did last time. On one side, see, I got to watch the ounces. We're getting up to 6 ounces. But we need 6.5, so I could always maybe throw a little more clear on it. So what do you think? 6, so I need 6.5. I'm going to scrape this one for sure. Sorry, this is so tedious, but it's a technique that I have been really excited about how the resin artists have been doing it. So that's why I decided to try to do it too, because that's what we do, right? If we see something we like. Okay, so we still need more. So how about if I get creative and I pour this on the gray side? Still as much in a blob as I can. There we go. And then I pour the gray on the purple side. It's just under 6.5, which is probably what I needed to do anyways, but there we go. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of all of that, clean off my stick, and let's pour. So we're going to stir it once. Once. Kind of want it chunky, so I'm not trying to get a real fine displacement of that. Put this up to, I got to do some spraying with my new sprayer. Get down inside there. Haven't figured out where the nozzle is yet. There we go. We ready? I think I can do it right here. And I've watched them, so if I start to move around out of the way, in your way, just remember I'm going to try to do a swirl thingy. So I'm just going to do my best. Purple's not as evident. It looks like just a smoky gray. So I'll have to remember that next time. If I put drops of colorant on the top, would they sink? Does anyone know? If anyone knows, would you help a girl out? Yeah, it's definitely not as purple as I wanted it, but that's okay because this isn't the actual one. So now I can go try it again. But I think the rest of it is going to be what I want. Let me get this cleaned up. One of these crosses or both with my extra. It's kind of funny. I haven't been doing things like that much, the whole extra thing. Okay, so I brought these over so that I could do a particular color combination. Okay, stop. Maybe I'll do that pewter. Let's try the pewter. What the heck? I think the cross would look good on pewter. Right? It's a grayish. It's metallic, but it's instead of silver, it's kind of a, well, you probably know what pewter is. I don't need to tell you. Okay, so let's try pewter and purple. I don't want to get that dirty, so I'll use this, but I'm going to do the purple first to see how deep I can get this purple and get my purple a little bit better for the next project when I'm using the soap dispenser mold. So I definitely could have put more ink in there or colorant. That's good to know. Look at that. Yeah, that's way darker than. If anyone knows about colorant versus alcohol ink and there's something I need to know, please let me know. And I say that a lot and I think, well, they're going to think I just want them to teach me everything. It's not that. I've been watching the videos. I'm trying to learn. But if you know something and you like to share information, that would be really awesome. If you don't have time, that's also understandable and no problem at all. Don't feel obligated. There we go. Okay. So how would I marble? What's some of the options of marbling this? This supposedly, which I don't know, ladies, I haven't checked it out. This supposedly glows in the dark. Wouldn't that be wonderful? So one of my options is to do what we just did and pour it all back in here and then pour this in there. If you were here to vote, what would you vote? And I think I'm going to do that. There's no easier way to do this anyway, so just do globs. Alrighty, I'm not sure you can see in here very well, but you can kind of see. I put the pewter in. I put the purple in. Now I'm just putting the little bit of glitter that I had in. And I'll show you a little bit better here in a second. Okay, I think that's it. And I'll show you. It's a little bit tall. But there it is, all in there mixed, or not mixed, it blobbed into this to the clear. Now I'm going to give it a little stir. Wipe that off on the edge. Already got a huge mess. I'm not going to worry about anything anymore. And I'm going to pour it. And we'll see what we get. That might be really pretty, ladies. That might be really pretty. Now, is this a hand cut mold? I don't know. I don't know. Boy, it looks nice. I think I would love for my soap dispenser to be this combination. Okay, so I just have a tiny bit left, and I have these few pocket hugs that I could scrape this into. So what color is your guys' bathrooms? I would find that interesting. Isn't that funny? I'm the kind of person that asks people, what'd you have for dinner? Just trying to make conversation, figure out something to talk about their life, not just always about myself. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and just put this one in here. If it doesn't get filled, it'll be fine. I'll put something else on it later. Resin's not necessarily getting thick, but it just is. There's so little of it that it's kind of not easy to work with. I might cut this out anyways, who knows. Perfect. Now they're both on the heat mat. So now all I have to do is turn on the heat mat and I guess walk away. Come back. I'm going to do 2 hours. So I don't know. Can you overheat it? Can you overcook it? I've got something that's less than an inch and I've got something that's 4 inches. So I'm not sure how that works out. I think I'm just going to leave that and pull it out. Alrighty. So thank you for joining me this far. I will be back with the rest. That's looking fabulous. I will see you soon. Time to demold. So remember, flashback, we have this one that we did the same technique that we did with this one. And we have this one, which was dirty pour. And we're shooting for the right combination so that I can pour a bathroom soap dispenser. We ready? This is what it looks like on the outside. Can't really see any big differences except for some of the gold flakes. So let's do this. So we used a smoky gray and a deep purple and some white and the gold flakes. It is not what I would put in my bathroom right now, but I think because I have another item to show you, ladies, I think based on the next item, I know what I'm going to do. Here's the next item. This one I did the purple a lot deeper. And are we ready? You see, I think I can unmold this without turning it over, and then we can have the big reveal. If I can do, if this looks the way I want it, then this is the way I will have my bathroom soap holder look. You ready? Soap dispenser. Oh, so I probably not excited about that, but the parts you can see So I could put, they sunk. That's what happened, is it sunk, because I remember seeing that anyway, so didn't work out perfect, but I can put something here, maybe a DTF sticker, and it will still be a usable. Yeah, I'm going to have to be really careful with that mic computer. This side looks a little better in the sense of not so much cloudiness. Anyway, so there we go. With these two items, I now have a better idea, and I will be able to go forward with my plan. So thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you soon.